Welcome back to Tom's Garage again, where everything's got a place and every place has got a thing. That's right. Good morning. Today, feller bought himself a Emark Quest. You know how when you buy yourself another vehicle, you want to go through it real good, lube it up, change the oil, service it up real good? That's what we're doing today. We're going to, well, I sharpened his blade for him last week. I'm gonna have to, oh yeah, I gotta sharpen him again. He's boogered these things up pretty good. Sharpen the blades, check the air pressure, change the oil. We got oil, Kawasaki oil, BPR4ES spook plugs. Oil filter should be a, I don't see, there it is. 49065-0721 aerial filter. Aerial filter. Pow. And of course the fuel relief filter. And that is a, what is that part number? I know it's made in India. Should be a, let's say, should be a 24050, nope, 49019 0031 fuel filter. And an air filter, whether he needs it or not. 11029-0031. All right, we're going to give this thing a good servicing. Got a little low tire there. Well, let's get this thing. I'm gonna have to, man, let me hit pause. I got to shift some of this stuff out of here so I can have room to work. Y'all hang with, we're going to get busy. All right, let's get busy. Get him, birdie. All right, let's get this oil drained. I let it run for a few minutes. Got it good and warm. I'll tell you, it's like a war zone out there. Pecans falling and birds hollering. Wow. Well, let's see. I'm gonna set this up there and go right down the old dipstick tube. All right, we'll get that slurping out of there. Slurpy, slurpy. Oh yeah, that feels pretty warm. All right. Let's see, that oil filter is right under there. I'm gonna wait a little bit before I do that. Go ahead and get these spark plugs and air filter. Well, that's broke. It ain't gonna hurt nothing. The air filter don't look too awful bad. I'll blow it out and sell it to somebody else. I'm just kidding. All right. I always present that stuff to the customer. Always save all the parts and give them to the customer. They don't ever take them though. I just want them to see them. Who wants their old spark plugs and oil filter and stuff? All right, put that on there like that right there. Clicky, clicky. BPR4ES spook plugs. Come out of there, little boot. She's a slurpy, slurpy. Let me grab a rag. Go ahead and get this mighty back out of my way. got the mighty back put up over there. That's where I put it right there. And I'll take this hose, and I got a little eye hook right there. That way it's at an angle. It'll drain back in here, and that tube right there, that hose will be perfectly clean next time. I can't have it just dripping all over the place. Okay, get spark plug number 1 out of the way. Well, wrong socket. I need my 13/16s, not my 5/8s. 13/16 lover. God. Ooh, boy. I think Lou Ferrigno serviced this thing last. Looks like I might have been running a little rich. Just carbon. Mason Tractor Company in Blue Ridge, Georgia. They got a location in Cumming, Georgia, and McDonough. Well, did. Dang, they must have some corn-fed boys working up there. Ugh. Golly, that don't need to be that tight. All you want to do is crush that crush sleeve on the end of that spark plug. Must have put that in there with a jackhammer. Yeah, that's all you want to do is just crush that little washer right there. Man, look at that. I guess I've done that trying to get it loose. Look at that. Look at it. That thing's cracked all the way around. Mercy. Huh, this one is too. My goodness. $30,000. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I can't hang on to it. There we go. Let me reach over here and get this one started. Always starting by finger. I can feel that crush sleeve crushing right there and just stop. That's all you want to do. What would a Tom W video be without sirens in the background? Trains and birds, and about enough to have to listen to me whistle. All right. All right, let's tackle this oil filter. Man, if them spark plugs is that tight, imagine how tight that oil filter is. I know I ain't gonna be able to get it by hand. Ew. Let's see. I will use my 3-jaw. Wow. I got that at Walmart, Hopper Tough. Pretty good little wrench, especially if you got one that's crazy tight. That way you'll have 3 different places to grab instead of using them plier type wrenches. Let's see if we can get it on there. Now y'all can't see a thing. another extension too. I'll use my big old snap-on Johnny got me. I ain't even got to use that yet. Okay, let's see what kind of luck we're gonna have getting this thing off. Oh yeah, we got it. We got it. All right, let me grab my little cup. Let me lower the camera a little bit. That way you can kind of see it. Powerade. That's all I use this. That's all I use Powerade for, is cutting bottles up. I ain't putting that junk in my body. Yep, we have made a mess. Yep. That's all right, we're gonna give it a good cleaning. Good washing, good degreasing. We're gonna give it a good washing. Get this out of the way before I punt it. That's one thing I like about the Kawasaki Earl filters. They got a kind of a rough texture. You can actually grab them. Smear a little oil around it. That is tight enough. Tight enough. Tight enough. All right. Let me lower the old table. And we'll pour the Earl in it. There's a dipstick right there. Let me grab my funnel. Kawasaki FR651V. I guess I could have mentioned that earlier. That's what we're working on. I'm going to go ahead and pour both quarts in there because I know darn well it's going to hold exactly both of them. I've done so many Kawasaki's here lately. Don't pour it too fast, it'll come out from around the bottom of that funnel and then be pouring all over the frame and you won't even know it. There's one. And this is a 10 W40 a synthetic blend, and it's got extra zinc in it. From Kawasaki. There's one. And here goes two. All two of them. Boy, this is exciting, isn't it? Wow. Oop, slow down. And now we got the Red Baron out there in the background, flying over with his biplane. He comes flying low over my house again. I'm gonna go out there and throw a handful of gravel at him when he flies over. And now we got the crazy crows going again. That's what I need to do. I need to call that Red Baron guy and tell him to start shooting at them crows out there. Make themselves useful. Okay, well, I just threw that ball over. I needed it to get the funnel out. I'll use the old oil filter. Wow. Perfect funnel holder. Okay, let's check it on the dipstick. 4, correct oil level. Do not turn cap on the threads. All right, 10. A little over full. Let's fire it up. Ooh, that battery's getting weak. All right, we'll let that thing settle. We'll check that level a little bit later. That's why I want to take the dipstick out, because we don't know exactly where we're at yet. We'll go ahead and get it up in the air. I always like to leave that dipstick laying there. Okay, so far we did air filter, spark plugs, oil filter. Now we need to do the fuel filter. I should have left it lower to the ground there for the fuel filter. Where have they hidden the fuel filter? There it is, right over there. Yeah, let me lower it back down a little bit. All right, there's your fuel filter, right back there. I'm gonna set the camera on the table. That way, every time I move and bump the table, the camera jiggle. Well, that's not a good place for it either. You can't see the fuel filter. There it is. Still can't see it, but that's all right. Oh, let's see. Yeah, that's good. Let me grab my hose clamp. Hose clamp and my clamp pliers. Let me do something real quick while we're doing that. Let's see, I want to test this battery real quick. It's got 12 volts. It don't seem too awful bad. That starter might be going bad. I'm gonna test all the connections, make sure everything's tight, make sure that starter ain't coming loose from the engine block where it mounts. It feels pretty tight. Anywho. Let me grab my special tool. That was a gift from a friend, and that is a door panel removal tool for automotive door panels. Works perfect on these fuel filters. Watch this. Pow. Took it right off. Twisty. Got it backwards. Wow. Quicker than that. Now we'll let this pour into the trash can. Well, no, I'm gonna take it out here and dump it on the concrete in the sunshine. and you'll see how fast that dissipates and evaporates. Give it a minute and you won't even smell it anymore. I feel like I'm in the jungle somewhere. What a crazy bird. I gotta start decorating for Christmas. It's about Thanksgiving. Make sure you get the arrow going towards the engine. Get my fingers to work. Get it on the clamp just so perfectly right. Just like that. Fish that back through yonder. Pull it up on that side. Pow! Here's your fuel filter. Pecans are falling, pecans from heaven. Okay, there's that. Fuel filter. Now we're gonna raise it up and check his air pressure. I can tell it's kind of low. I don't think this machine's been used very much. I really don't. I think the fella he bought it from really just didn't really use it. He said he bought it from a friend of his. It don't look like it's got much use on it at all. Well, the top of the deck is kind of dirty, but other than that, other than the mess I made, it looks pretty good shape. Okay. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull it off the table and drive it back on frontwards. That way I can raise the front of it off and get them blades off. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Let me put the dipstick back in here. That way I can hook my chain to the front of it. I don't mind hooking it to a zero turn with all the weights in the back, or like a walk behind commercial. That way, you know, you don't put so much weight on the roof. I'm gonna leave the parking brakes off because I want this thing to be able to roll and follow the chain. All right. One thing I like to do on these residential zero turns is check that brake lever. You know, you got your little sprocket. It's got a little jaw that goes on that sprocket, and that's what the parking brake is. Because I've seen so many of them loose and hanging down. Right there. And right there. They look good. They're all intact. I see so many of them missing, broken, hanging down. Yeah, boy, he got into something with this thing. These blades, I got a good edge on it for him last week, and he got them all boogered up again. He nailed something right there. Got them all boogered up. I don't think he uses this for making a living with. I think he uses it in his own yard. Golly, yeah. Boy, look what he's done to my blade. Right there and right there. My goodness. Let's go put my edge back on there. Let me get this tractor out of my way. That thing right there, I tell you. This thing belongs to a high school teacher that also does sports, and this is the season for sports, and he can't find time to come get this thing. Why'd you just die? Can't even get to my blade sharpener. That thing's got a 54-inch deck on it. Man, just takes up all the floor space I got. All right, let's slap an edge on these blades for the fella. Knock that big booger down right there. I ain't taking them back so far to get that out. You'll have to do that over the next few sharpenings. He must have a lot of gravel or something in his yard or somewhere. Man alive. I'm leaving that nick in there because it ain't gonna hurt nothing. I don't want to have to take it so far back. Shorten the life of the blades. There goes a pecan, look at there. Pow, pecans from heaven. That's pretty good. Man. I tell you that's my second disc, and I don't think that second disc lasted nearly as long as the first one. But I guess I just sharpened more blades than I realized. Good enough. One little nick. We'll get that out over the next few sharpenings. And that too. I had a fella bring me a riding mower the other day. He said he was doing a cleanup in somebody's yard, abandoned house or something. And of course the grass was thick in the backyard and he didn't see it, and he wrapped that blade up in a dog chain. They must have had a dog back there. Boy, he wrapped that sucker up. I nearly had to take the spindles off to get the blades off. Phew. Thought I was gonna have to get the torch out. Put that one over there. Let me slap these back on real quick. On the hole, make sure you get them on there all the way down. Like that. There we go. Hey y'all. Oh. All right. Do we have grease fittings on this thing? I don't know. We'll have to take them covers off and see if we've got grease fittings. Well, that hook right there come loose one day, and that hit me in the back of the head, wrapped around my neck and everything else before I can get my hands on it. It come off that little hook I keep it up there on. Ooh, I thought something got me. Okay, let's lower the deck down. We got grease fittings on the front wheels. There's no grease fittings on the steering spindles. Do we have grease fittings on the blade spindles? Let's grab a flashlight and take a peek. Shine the light on that one over there. I don't see any grease fittings at all. Ooh, well, these things are, I'm gonna pull them covers off. That thing's packed in something. Well, that's the wrong size socket. I grabbed a quarter. It must be a 5/16. See if we're right. Right. Hang on to it. Too much of an angle. I'm gonna have to use a ratchet on that one. I got too much of an angle on that universal right there. They always put one little screw way hard to get to. Yeah, that's plastic. Cheap little stamp deck. You can already see how it's done ate through it. That's probably 18 gauge, I guess. I don't know. Get all this out of there. I didn't see any grease fittings when I was under it. Throw this in the trash can. Nope, no grease fittings. We'll just slap the old cover back on there. Find the hole. Where's the hole? Put that one over there. Get my hairy arm out of your way. Somebody's driving a weed eater. Get it, boy. Hot dog, get it. Okay, I ain't gonna bother taking another one off. I know there ain't no grease fitting over there. Let's check the air pressure in his tires and we'll grease it. He's missing all his valve stem caps. We'll put some valve stem caps on there. There's that grease fitting right there. The valve stem's kind of hard to get to. Let's see, we got right at 20 pounds on this one. What do it say to put it at? That feels pretty good. I'm gonna leave it right there, right at 20. I'll put about, what do you say, about 12 in this back one? About 12. That one's got about 7.5. I'm gonna put him 12 because to me they look a little loose. Right at about 12. Now let's go around here. Got 2 more to do. The only grease fittings I see on this whole machine is those front tires, front wheels right there. Let's see, we had about 20 in that one over there. We've got 8. Now we got 30. Yeah, right about 20. Let's see, the other one over there had 8, and I put 12. Let's see what this one has. This is one that looks low to me. It's got 3 pounds in it. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna talk him into letting me put some tubes in these back tires. You can see all the stress fracture, the stress cracks and dry rot. He's gonna have a constant problem with these tires leaking. I'm gonna upsell him on a set of tubes. Oh, that's right at 12. This is dish soap and water. See if we can find it bubbling through there. I bet we can. He's gonna say, well, Tommy, you even armor all my tires. I appreciate that, brother. I said, no, I'm just looking for leaks. Right there. It's coming out from around the bead. Yeah. Let's see, that should be a... should be an 8-inch. I don't see the size. Yeah, there it is. 18 by 758. I just bought some new tubes the other day. I try to keep a pretty good handful of them in stock. You never know when somebody's going to come up with a flat tire. I've gotten a lot better at putting tubes in. I don't bust them as much. I ain't gonna say it because I'll jinx myself. Okay, let's grease these front wheels. I'm gonna come over here and get him some valve stemmer caps. I keep a whole drawer full of them right there. I always save the valve stem cups. That's one of my pet peeves. Yeah, there's 4 of them. Even back in the early 90s, I used to work for a Goodyear store. And this car came in, little Mustang, for an oil change and rotate. And I saw that was missing its valve stem caps. You know, that ended up being the owner's relative. And she come back here and give me a tip and thank me so much for putting valve stem caps on her tires because it bothered her too. And, you know, I'll never forget that. Even my boss praised me for it. He said, man, that's excellent detail, man. That's excellent attention to detail, man. You rock, dude. I think he'd give me a little raise for it. I don't know, I think so. But I moved on to bigger and better things. I cannot stand working on cars. I did my own brake job last week because I didn't want to pay Robbie another $900. Wasn't necessary. I just slapped some pads on it and moved on because I don't drive that vehicle much anymore. Where is the greasy fitting? There it is. Wipe off all that goo. Yeah, get on there. Are you on there? There it goes. Yeah, you'll see that. That thing just plumps up when it gets full. I don't believe it had any grease in it. Let's see, where's it at over here? It is right there at the bottom. Wipe it off. There it goes. That's the only grease fittings I can find. Oh well. Okay. Boy, what a mess we've got over here. Stick this back on the shelf. Whew. Okay, we have got air filter, oil filter, spark plugs, fuel filter, oil, sharpeners blades, grease the front wheels. Look at here, this has got the stress cracks too. I wonder if that's a date code, 2008. Let's see, what else can we do to this thing? I checked the belts look pretty good. Belts look pretty good. That's about it. I want to take it outside and spray a little soap on it, hose it off real good, clean up my mess I made under that oil filter. A little Emark Quest 42-inch stamped deck FR651V Kawasaki. Well, all right, boys and girls, thanks for watching another Tom Nobby video. Knocked it out. I told him I'll try to get it to him today. He's like, oh, if you can do it today, I'll come get it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna try to do it quick as I can. I gotta move this stuff out of here. Wishing they'd come get their stuff. You know who you are. All right, love y'all boys and girls, man. Y'all be good. Thanks for watching another one of my videos. We're gonna get on out of here. I got some more stuff to do. Gotta go get some parts. I'm waiting for parts to come in. I got a table full of stuff over there to do. Oh, that's right. He brought me his chainsaw too. I gotta sharpen that. He grabbed a hold of a, you know what the firefighters call a rescue saw. It was one of those concrete cutting saws. It was a steel. I said, no, sir, no, I don't work on those things, man. The nature of a cut quick concrete saw, no. I used to work on those old TS 350s and TS 400s when I worked across the street over there years and years ago. Man, the amount of dust those things create, and it blows it right onto the air filter. I don't touch those saws with a 10-foot pole. Well, it probably just needs something with the carburetor. Well, I'm sure it probably needs something with the carburetor, all right. I told them to take it to Douglasville Ace. They're a steel dealer. Let them worry about it. Well, we're getting out of here, guys. I love y'all. Love each other. And, hey, we'll catch y'all on the next one.